It's day 3 and I'm in Idaho Falls.
Today's going to be a great day. We're going to make our way up to West Yellowstone, and then from there we're going to go through Yellowstone on unsigned roads, meaning it's sort of Route 20, but it's not really, because Route 20 doesn't technically go through Yellowstone, but we join up with it once we get through it. Anyway, can't wait to get over there. I've already bought my pass, and all that's left to do is get some gas and get on the road. Gas procured. This is the first gas station I think I've ever seen that has 85 octane. I wouldn't put that in a lawnmower. Okay, off we go. West Yellowstone. West Yellowstone or bust? Well, let's hope it's West Yellowstone and not bust. Right now we're on a stretch of Route 20 where the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. Once I get into Yellowstone National Park, the speed limits are going to drop, and we're going to be taking it at a nice slow pace. The speed limit here, like I said, is 70. I've got my Viridian Cruise set at 70 miles an hour, and I'm just chugging along, doing my thing. There's no reason I couldn't be going 80 right now. I don't think there's any police within, 40 miles. Everyone else is going fast, and I could just crank it and get to where I'm going quicker. But I have really no desire to go any faster than this. I absolutely could on this bike. Yesterday, at one point, I was on a freeway, and I was doing about 85 miles an hour going uphill, and it was kind of ridiculous, but the bike handled it just fine, no problem. So I know that the capability is there, but the desire isn't. When I'm on a road like this, 70 miles an hour feels just about fine. I don't have to worry about getting battered around by the wind. I don't have to worry about getting a speeding ticket. I don't have to worry about pretty much anything. I could just go at this pace and enjoy life. And that's what road trips like this are all about. It's just enjoying, well, I don't know about the scenery at this point, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm really looking forward to getting into Yellowstone so that I can go about 35 miles an hour and just absorb everything around me. Sometimes going slower is way more fun than going fast. Brother! The difference between a road like this and the road that I was on yesterday, which was another stretch of Route 20, but it had merged with a major highway, and it was really, I think the speed limit was 80. The difference is, when I'm on a road like that, I want to be going as fast, if not a little bit faster, than the rest of the traffic, because that's what I find safe. I don't like to be slow on a congested road where everyone is going at or above the speed limit. I like to go just a little bit faster than the normal speed of traffic, so that I stand out a little bit. I'm not just lost in the shuffle. On a road like this where the traffic is light, I don't care that people are whizzing by me. It makes no difference. I don't feel unsafe about it. So I can sit in this lane, do my 70 miles an hour, and just relax and enjoy myself. Alright, US 191 South, US 20 East is what we're currently on. Now, I've been to Yellowstone before, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, but I am going to lollygag a bit and see what happens. Hello. Thank you. Alright, let's go see some Yellowstone. So it costs $30 to get into Yellowstone on a motorcycle, and that's for, I believe that's a day pass. Maybe it's a week pass, I don't know.
but it's the lowest pass that they offer. So $30 gets you into Yellowstone. It's another $100 if you're not a U.S. resident. So if you're coming in from Canada, expect to spend another $100 on top of whatever pass you get to get into Yellowstone National Park. It's a lot of money. We just crossed the border into Wyoming, so that makes this, what, the 4th state? We've been to Oregon, we've been to Idaho, we've been to Montana, and now we're in Wyoming. It's pretty good for 3 days. So I have friends that like to ride their motorcycles really fast, and I totally get that. And there are days that I want to ride my motorcycle really, really fast. But then there are days like this that I want to ride pretty damn slow. And some folks that I ride with don't really dig on the riding slow. And I get that, I guess, but it's kind of a drag when you want to just have a day with friends and ride this fast and just putz around and look at trees. Which is why I tend to ride alone most of the time. But as far as riding fast goes, Eric over at Sabatino, who I may have mentioned, lent me a Suzuki SB650S. It's a 2006, and wow, that was so much fun. I had it as a loaner bike when my Himalayan was in the shop getting its service done before this trip, and Eric kindly lent me the bike, probably knowing that I was going to fall in love with it and end up buying it, which I have to say, if that bike is still in the shop when I get back to Portland, there's a strong chance I'm going to be plunking down the money to buy that bike. Not because I want a 4th bike at all, and I have no idea where I'd put it, but because I am looking for a track bike. The reason I'm looking for a track bike is, well, I want to do some track days. I'm not, Charlie McSpeedy Racer over here or anything like that. But my friend Alice did a track day, and she said that it really improved her street riding. It gave her a new perspective, if you will, on riding, and it's made her safer and more confident. And I think that that's something that I could really benefit from. I'd love to do a track day, even if it's just one, just to get that experience. But I also have a feeling that if I did a track day, it's something that I would become addicted to. And I don't have a problem with that. Anytime that you spend a day with a motorcycle is a good day in my book. Whether you're on a track, or you're in Yellowstone National Park, or whatever. Anyway, welcome to Yellowstone. It's quite beautiful. One of my favorite things in the world is riding at speeds where you don't feel like technique or any of that stuff matters. You can just sort of concentrate on the environment and not worry so much about the riding. The riding becomes this soothing background to what is some of the most beautiful lands in the world. And that's the kind of riding I really dig sometimes. 45 on this road feels too fast to me. I wish the speed limit were like 30. Maybe it is up ahead. There's also something really awesome about riding the Himalayan 450 at slow speeds. The low speed performance of this motorcycle is one of my favorites. When you're doing about 15 or 20 and you're just dilly-dallying and poodling along and you hear the engine just thump, 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 thump. I don't know, man. I can't think of anything much more relaxing than that. It's sort of the same feeling I get on my Moto Guzzi when I get that thing up until like 4,500 RPMs and I'm cruising, doing whatever speed I'm doing, decently fast, and all of a sudden the engine sound and the whole feeling of the bike just becomes a little bit hypnotic in the best possible way. That's the kind of riding that I really enjoy, is when the personality of the motorcycle really starts coming through. And the personality of the Himalayan, for my money, is at its best at really slow puttering speeds. I just absolutely love this engine for that. It also cranks on the highway, and it does just fine everywhere, but there's something about dawdling along at like 15 miles an hour that, I don't know, It's one of my favorite engines just because of that. I think if you have a Royal Enfield Classic 350 or something like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I think we need to go take a look at this. That's where I want to be. I've got fly fishing gear at home. I used to go bass fishing with it, if you can believe that. I'd sit in my kayak, I'd rig the fly pole up, and I'd fly fish for largemouth bass. What a friggin' hoot that was. When you caught one, and you drag it into the boat using a fly pole, oh man, that's fishing.
I'm in absolute heaven right now. Going 47 miles an hour in a national park, and now we're going to knock it down to 35, and that's going to be even better. If I were more relaxed right now, I'd be asleep. Now we turn right. This is 121 South or Route 20 East. And this is going to take us down to West Thumb. One of the reasons I try to avoid places like this is I'm not really into tourist traps. And there are some tourists here today, but it's not so bad. I would imagine on a weekend, this place would be unbearable, especially in the summer. But on a Tuesday, today's Tuesday, right? On a Tuesday, before summer, it's not so bad. Old Faithful, 16 miles. Well, we've made it to the Continental Divide. And, that's pretty cool. It's the Continental Divide. Divides east and west. I believe the Continental Divide actually means that water flows. At this point, if water's over there, it flows east. If it flows over there, it flows west. So it goes to the Pacific Ocean on that side, and it goes to the Atlantic Ocean on this side. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I think that's what it means. I guess that would also put us in the Rocky Mountains. Is that right? I'm not really sure. I should do research. Yeah. Having a bike like this has given me a little perspective into moto traveling. If I were on these roads doing 20 miles under the speed limit for 2 hours on a fast bike, it would drive me absolutely bonkers. But when you're on a bike that's only got 450 cc's, you take a step back and you gain an appreciation for taking it easy. And that's what I've really come to with this motorcycle, not just on this trip, but in general. The reason why I've kept it, the reason why I love it, is because it makes me take a step back. I can do everything I want to on this bike. The only thing I can't do is go ridiculously fast. And that's kind of liberating in a weird sort of way. That's not to say I don't enjoy my faster bikes. I certainly do. But for a trip like this, when the whole goal is to sort of step back and gain a little perspective in life, this is the one I take, now that I know. Anyway,
We're heading out of Yellowstone. We're heading to Worland, Wyoming. I think that's where we're going. It's about 3 hours away, 2.5, something like that. And yeah, I should get there nice and early and get some dinner and maybe get a good night's sleep for once. I'll see you on the next one.